Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to do the first part of my playthrough of Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. Now you guys might remember a year ago I played Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, and this game I know takes place right around that exact same time. I think it actually takes place around the corresponding days. This game came out like around half a year after Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30. But anyways, about this game is I wanted to play this game to dedicate this playthrough towards the veterans, the World War II heroes who had fought to help liberate Europe from Nazi control. And today is the 82nd anniversary of the D-Day Normandy landings. Today, the liberation of France began. And so I want to dedicate that playthrough towards that today. I always do something every year for the anniversary of the D-Day Normandy landings. But as you know, I have never played the Brothers in Arms games before. Last year when I beat Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, that was the first Brothers in Arms games that I played. And I really liked them. I liked how these games focus a lot on tactical squad combat. It's not like Call of Duty where you're just going around killing everybody on your own. I like the squad combat, I like the story, and another thing I like about these games, I like how dark these games are. A lot of these games, they get very dark, very brutal. I think it captures World War II perfectly. But anyways, let's play through it. Let's do it right here, story. And begin game. We'll do it on difficult. For seasoned squad leaders, the Germans are tough as nails with deadly accuracy. Tactical accelerance is required. And if you guys enjoy this series, please do drop a like. It does help me out a lot. Hope you guys like the cosplay for the part today.
Eddie, Sergeant. Have a seat. You want some coffee, son? It's fresh. Yeah, well, as fresh as it gets around here.
Yes, sir. I haven't had a good cup of coffee in 3-4 days now. It smells great. Thank you, sir.
Name and rank?
Sergeant Joe Hartsock, sir. Well, everyone calls me Red. So how long is this gonna take? Sir, I'd just like to get back to my men.
Second?
Sir?
You and your men are in second squad, correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Second took heavy losses in quarantine. I was with third at the time.
Under Sergeant Matthew Baker?
Sort of, yes, sir.
Sort of.
We were promoted less than 20 days apart. Quarantine seems so minor next to what happened in St. Sauveur.
And your first objective as a sergeant was taking St. Sauveur?
Yes, sir.
How did the drop go?
Let's get the hell out of here! We wait for the green light! We wait any longer, there won't be a fucking green light! Baker! Stand in the door! Everybody out! Go!
Rocky. There was so much smoke and fire, we didn't even see Musa.
Musa?
He was the last in the stick. Took a piece of flak in the chest. He was dead before we even noticed he was on the floor. We just left him in the plane. Can we talk about something else, sir?
All right. Tell me what happened after you landed in Normandy.
That is true that they had to jump when the green light would show up. That was actually a real thing with paratroopers. But the other thing that was really messed up is that one of the soldiers got hit by shrapnel from flak. So flak is the German anti-air weapons, and if a soldier actually gets hit inside the plane, the other paratroopers cannot help him. They have to jump out. What they were basically told is they were told that, oh, you know, the wounded will basically be flown back to they would be flown back to base. But a lot of times in situations like that, the plane wouldn't even necessarily make it back. So they had to jump in that situation, because if they didn't, the whole plane would have been shredded. But situations like that happened where people got shot in the planes, they couldn't help them. Everybody's had to jump out. And imagine that, just feeling that you see your squad mates get shot in front of you, you can't even help them. Your orders are basically to jump out of the plane next. Don't even give them attention. So that's how it was during the war, is that they were trained that you gotta jump out of the plane, you gotta continue the mission.
It wasn't
June
the smoothest
6th.
jump ever. I was picking branches out of my ass for a day or so afterward.
Who did you link up with first?
There was a guy from 82nd I found nearby, Doyle. He took out the German who was trying to kill me. Then we found Paddock from 2nd. Well, my squad after that. It was just the three of us at first. Then we found Cole.
Lieutenant Colonel Robert Cole?
Yes, sir. Hell of a soldier. Loved to use the Lord's name in vain, though. My wife really hates that.
About this is, these games are not heroic. Like, a lot of other World War II games are very heroic. These games are just very dark. It's just very dark and...
Das kann nicht wahr sein!
Oh,
Das kann
crap.
nicht... Scheiße! Scheiße! Ah!
Sorry about that first shot. Thank me for the second one later. For now, I guess it's just you and me. Better get your rifle out of your leg bag so we can get moving.
On your leg bag and rifle. Okay. Okay, so one thing that I did want to talk about here is that this is something that very much happened. So, in the early morning hours of D-Day, there was a lot of parachute jumps that were at night, and basically the whole purpose of this was to actually get behind the Germans in help for the Normandy landings that were coming later in that day. Now, about this is, because it was really dark, and, planes were getting shot by AA, soldiers didn't actually know everywhere they were jumping. Sometimes they would basically land in places just like this. They would land right on top of a tree and they would get stuck. Now, there was a lot of war crimes that were actually committed by the Germans in this time, that if you were an American soldier and you actually got caught in a tree, a lot of times they would shoot you. And this did not just happen in the Normandy landings, this also happened in Operation Market Garden, which is arguably the largest paratrooper invasion in history. But when a paratrooper is coming down, shooting at them isn't necessarily a war crime, because they're soldiers that are being ready to deploy. However, though, when a paratrooper gets stuck in something, like they're stuck in a tree, they are pretty much defenseless at that point. They are not a threat. And the proper thing to do is you're supposed to cut them down and take them as prisoners. But a lot of times what the Germans would do is they would just shoot somebody that's in a tree. So if somebody is defenseless, they are not a threat anymore, they're caught in a tree, and like what that German soldier was trying to do there, that is pretty much a war crime. So he was saved. If that other guy did not intervene, he would have killed him 100%. There's no doubt about it. He would not have taken him prisoner. But there is a famous example of an American paratrooper named John Steele. Now, the story with John Steele is that they jumped over St. Mary Église, which was a town that was actually fought over during the Normandy landings, and there's actually a famous church around the town. Now, a lot of paratroopers came into that area. Steele actually had gotten shot in the foot, most likely by AA fire, when he was coming down, and he actually got caught onto the church. And what happened was the Germans had actually surrounded the church, and he was actually so scared of getting shot that he actually pretended to be dead. He just had his head down and pretended to be dead. He laid there like that for 2 hours pretending to be dead while the Germans were moving around the town, and it seemed to have worked. The Germans at first thought that he was dead. They realized eventually that he was alive, and they ended up cutting him down and taking him prisoner, so they didn't kill him in that instance. But what happened was, as he was being marched with other prisoners later, there was more gunfire that erupted, more battles between American soldiers and the Germans, and he ended up escaping. Now, there is actually, on the anniversary of the D-Day Normandy landings, they actually put up a figurine of the exact area of where he had actually crash-landed his parachute. I think that he had also gotten a decoration. I will also link right down below what that was. But that was a genuine fear that paratroopers had during World War II, is a lot of paratroopers were scared that if you get caught on something, because if you get caught like high in a tree, you can't necessarily release your parachute if you're really high up, because you fall, you're going to break your legs, so you're going to have to wait for somebody to come in and cut you down, but you can only pray and hope that that's one of your friends and not the enemy, because if the enemy finds you, they're not necessarily just going to cut you down, they're going to shoot you and execute you a lot of times too. But yes, shooting a paratrooper that is caught in a tree and is defenseless is a war crime. Okay. Press space to jump over the ledge, okay. Control to crouch.
Sind in Bewegung!
Exactly what I was talking about. I called it. You see what happens?
Achtung, Feindbewegung! Shit! Ah!
Situations like that very much happened. You get caught in a tree and they would execute you. That second kill was a little bit different because he had landed at that point, and it could be argued that he was a threat. But when somebody is up in a tree and they're stuck like that and they're not a threat, they can't actually fight. Shooting that person is 100% a war crime. Okay, find your leg bag and rifle. Okay, that sounds like
Looks
AA.
like I need a clip. Here, take one of mine.
In the field, there is a scarecrow dressed in a German uniform. Imagine that the scarecrow is a live enemy and use it as practice target. Press middle mouse to toggle looking down the sights of your weapon. To fire your weapon, okay. Okay. Corporal Doyle is now part of your squad. You are the squad leader, so Doyle will obey your commands. He is part of your assault team. Press space to continue. Assault teams are equipped with rifles, light machine guns, and grenades. This team is ideal for assaulting the enemy. Notice as you look around the assault team icon on the outer ring of your compass, adjust to show Doyle's position. Press space to continue. As squad leader, you can command Doyle to move to a new location, fire on target, and charge an enemy's position. Okay. Press and hold to bring up command rank, then move to point to a command... Okay.
Doyle! Take cover there! Got it!
Yeah, I remember these controls now. It's the same as Road to Hill 30. Doyle is a trained soldier. He is smart enough to find nearby cover, especially if there are enemies around. You can command soldiers in your squad to intensify their fire on specific targets by using the fire order. To issue fire order, press and hold. Okay, I remember this. These controls I remember.
Start firing there! Got it, Red!
Notice that the flag with the assault team icon is now attached to the target's suppression icon. This flag tells you the assault team has focused fire on that target. Okay. The suppression indicator over the enemy target is used to show the target's suppression level. Red means unsuppressed and gray means suppressed. Enemies are either suppressed or unsuppressed. There is no partial suppression or heavy suppression. When enemies suppressed, they would spend more time behind cover. Okay, we know this, yeah. To issue an assault order, press and hold,
They're coming back! Base of fire! Over there! Roger that! Keep going! Don't stop! Got it!
Okay. Press and hold shift or press Z to order Doyle to fall in. Okay. Okay.
Doyle! Stay on me! All right!
Okay. Now, about the, M1 carbine,
we gotta find whoever we can. I saw a farmhouse nearby on the way
they would
down.
be calling
I'll
it,
follow you.
they would, it technically uses a magazine. It does not use a clip, but the thing is, it's not entirely historically inaccurate because soldiers could call it clips back then, because a lot of soldiers were very familiar with the M1 Garand, and the M1 Garand uses clips, and so they would call it clips, so it wouldn't be unrealistic for a soldier to call it a clip, but the M1 Carbine does use detachable magazines. And the other thing...
Low on ammo.
The other thing that's pretty historically accurate here is if you look at the rifle that he's holding, he is holding actually the M1 Carbine Paratrooper variant. I think that's the M1A1, and the difference between that one and the M1 Carbine is that the M1A1 actually is a foldable stock, and it was designed that way for paratroopers, so they would jump with the stock folded, and then when they would, you know, hit ground, they would open up the stock and get ready for combat. So this is the type of weapon a paratrooper would have. Okay, that does sound like AA. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, that's 100% AA. There's no doubt about it. The Germans had the most effective flak in World War II. So out of all the countries in World War II that had anti-air weapons, the Germans had the most advanced and best anti-air weapons of the war. Oh.
You should see the look on y'all's faces.
Did you forget the password?
No, I remembered. Flash answered by thunder and all that. I could see plain as day it was red from 3rd Squad.
We could have shot you.
Well, damn good thing you didn't, right? Shit, I'd have been mighty ticked off.
We should keep moving.
And he's carrying a grease gun, which is also more historically accurate. Is a lot of World War II games, the Americans are primarily using Thompsons, but the grease gun, the whole purpose of that, it was a gun that was made so that it's a machine. It basically fires the same cartridge as the Thompson, the 45 ACP, but it was meant to be a cheaper SMG the U.S. could mass produce during World War II because the Thompson was too expensive to make.
Go! Boys, saddle up! Get the hell over there! Taking fire! Roger that! Suppressing fire! Reload! Firing! Here we go! Abundance of fire!
Okay, situational awareness view. Okay, this lets me see, basically. I remember this, okay. Okay, let's see here. They're behind cover, yeah. I'm gonna have to suppress them. Okay, yeah, do a flank. Yeah, hit him from the side. 709th Infantry Division. And I do like that how the game has like real life units that you're fighting. Like they had the Fallschirmjägers in Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, which were the German paratroopers. They had the Waffen SS. They also had the Central Asian battalions, which were like Soviet prisoners of war that were drafted into the German army. And yes, they were sent over to France. So they had that in Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 32.
Get the hell over there! Got it!
Okay.
Let's give them all we got!
Okay, now while they're doing that, I'm gonna flank.
Get cover there! Set up there! You're with me!
Rendezvous with the paratroopers at the farmhouse. Okay. 709 Infantry Division. The Osttruppen. Okay, so about these guys that you're fighting in this part here, I just looked at the top right of them. They are the Osttruppen. Now, so what I was talking about earlier with the Osttruppen, these guys, a lot of these guys are not Germans. These guys are actually Eastern Europeans, the Osttruppen. Now, the Osttruppen, they are from basically all over Eastern Europe. A lot of them are from Ukraine, Belarus, Russia. A lot of them are also from Central Asia. You have Tatars in their group as well. A lot of different, you have Azeris, for example. A lot of different ethnic groups that are in the Osttruppen. Now, about the Osttruppen is, you're probably wondering, why are Eastern European troops in the German army in France? So this was a real thing that happened. Is Hitler, when he invaded the Soviet Union in Operation Barbarossa in June 1941, Hitler was completely against using any former Soviet citizens or Soviet POWs as and recruiting them into the German army. He was completely against that. He believed that they were all inferior. He did not want them in the German army whatsoever. Now, when Germany lost the Battle of Stalingrad, when they lost Stalingrad, that's when things started going bad for them. And when Germany lost Stalingrad in February 1943, it was at that point that Hitler had eased some of these orders and had allowed the recruitment of these guys because they were short on manpower. Now, a lot of the Osttruppen, a lot of these guys were former Soviet prisoners of war that they were captured early on in Germany's conquest, when Germany had captured hundreds of thousands of prisoners. Now, some of these guys were, you know, big anti-communists. They hated the Soviet system, and so they took their chances with Germany. Other guys were POWs that were basically scared of Soviet reprisals. If you surrendered in the Soviet Union and then you were later liberated, you might actually get punished or executed. You might be executed for cowardice or sent to a gulag. And so a lot of these guys were scared of that, and so they ended up defecting to Germany. And some of these guys were also willing Nazi collaborators. Like, you had some of these guys that had collaborated with Nazi Germany in some really horrific crimes in Eastern Europe. But a lot of these guys were basically traitors. They were traitors to their people. Because as much as the Soviet Union sucked, it was that the Nazi Germany's policy is that Slavs and Central Asians were inferior. They believed that these people were inferior. And they were eventually going to, if they won, they were eventually going to wipe all these people out, and they were going to kill all of these people. And so these guys were basically fighting for a regime that ultimately wanted their deaths. Now, the Osttruppen were sent to France in anticipation of Allied landings. The Germans didn't know exactly when they were going to land, but they knew that it was coming. And a lot of them actually fought at the Battle of Utah Beach. At Utah Beach, a lot of them were actually there. A lot of them were taken prisoner. Also, about the Osttruppen is a lot of these guys, they did not have the best weapons. So Germany gave them really old weapons. They often gave them Gewehr 98s, which were World War I rifles. The reason they didn't give them as good weapons is because they didn't trust them. That's it. They basically used them as cattle fodder. That's pretty much what they used. They sent them in first. They didn't trust them. They basically used them as human shields a lot of times. So that was basically how the Germans treated their Eastern troops.
Bring it in! Double time!
Red, get down, man!
What was that? Shift fire! Shift fire!
I'm out! Covering fire! We got taking fire!
Achtung, starkes Feindfeuer! Sofort, Herr Feldwebel. Ich stehe unter Beschuss.
Put some fire on them! Attack them! Cover me with all you got! Focus your fire there! Doyle! Suppress!
Okay. I think it might be better to do a charge. How do I make my unit charge in Brothers in Arms?
Die schießen von überall.
Keep up the fire! Start fire now! Let's give them all we got! Take him out!
There we go. That's how you do a charge. I was trying to figure out how to do the charge. It was right click and then left click. That's how you do it. And also, one cool detail about this game is that in this game, it's to aim down the sights, you have to press middle of the mouse button. And the reason it's such a weird button is because they'd want you to rely more on your squad. So that's the primary thing about that, too. And about the Osttruppen is the Osttruppen, you should hear them speaking like a lot of Central Asian languages. You could hear them speaking Tatar, you know, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian. You wouldn't really hear them speaking German, but I guess that was just done for, they probably couldn't find actors for all of that. But these guys are Eastern European troops that are in the German army. That's basically who they are.
Flash.
Okay, good. Allies.
See? I can do it.
Get your asses over here, boys! Where are you paratroopers from?
Kansas, sir.
He means what unit?
That's not...
101st, F Company. I'm 2nd Squad. He's 3rd.
I'm 82nd. Can't seem to find anyone from my unit.
Well, son, that don't matter now. You stick with me. We're headed towards the battery.
Sir, I hear horses coming down the road.
Shut the hell up and stay quiet!
Did he say horses?
Shit, sir! I think they saw me!
All right, you take the road, now flank.
Damn, what the...
Were you scared?
That was the first time in the war I got the impression I was about to die.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Something about the horses, maybe. I've had bad experiences with horses.
Roger that!
Also, if you're wondering what happened to the Osttruppen, a lot of the Eastern European and Central Asian soldiers, what happened to them is a lot of them actually got taken as prisoners during the Normandy landings. And if they were taken prisoners on the Eastern Front by the Soviets, they would be executed. They would be killed right away, or they'd be sent to a gulag to do hard labor. If they were caught in France, a lot of times they would stay in those countries. So they stayed in a lot of the Allied countries. Some of them stayed in France. Some of them ended up moving to the UK. Others moved to Canada. Others moved to the United States. What happened to them? Some of the more high-profile guys were deported to the Soviet Union after the war. But a lot of the regular soldiers just stayed in a lot of Western countries. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. A German convoy stalled on the road. Okay. Osttruppen. And it doesn't surprise me that the Germans gave the Osttruppen the jobs of running horses.
Take it, go! Might want to stay back, Red. Let's go! Got it! I need you over there! Roger that! I'm under some fire here! Fuck, I'm here! Give me a base of fire on that position. Covering fire! We gotta get around them! Cease fire! There's no more! Fall in! Shit! We're still coming! Go! Get down, man! Run some friends! Hurry up! Over there! Get over here! Go! Over there!
Okay, let's see what's going on over here. I hear an MG. Okay.
They're coming back! Hurry up! Over there! I'm out! Move there! What was that? Got it! Taking fire! Red, put the fire on her! Took down another! Firing! Squad, fall in! Got it, Red! Go over there! Roger that! Attack them! Shit! They're still coming! We need to get around them! Took that! I can't hit him! Go! Red, get down, man! I think we should get out of the car, fella! Can't get a clear shot to there, Red! Take him! He's dead! Took one down! Took down another! Cease fire! There's no more!
Got them all.
Get up here!
Meet up with Lieutenant Cassidy. Okay.
Leaving this out of my letter to Ma tonight. Follow me! Got it, Red!
About time I found some more men. There's an abandoned gun battery not far from here, just outside of St. Martin. I'm setting up CP in a farmhouse there, so you men stick with me. We've got a lot of work to do.
Okay. Silver. Star. Perfect victory. Accomplish your mission and your decisions prevented casualties. You are commended.
So you followed Lieutenant Colonel Cassidy to his command post?
Yes, sir. I was trying to get word on Baker's location. I guess I got a little sidetracked.
How so?
Well, in my experiences in the Army, sir, if you stand around long enough, someone will send you somewhere. And it's never a nice somewhere.
Hey, Corporal, you fall asleep? I scouted up ahead. We're in a bit of a pickle here. The good news is I managed to find a few of my boys from 82nd. Still trying to round them up to make the big push towards Saint-Sauveur. This isn't even our sector.
Yeah, you're supposed to be off finding some castle on the road to Cherbourg.
Well, there's the bad news.
Cherbourg is a coastal
They're
town.
banged up pretty bad. Without any medical supplies?
Really big German garrison there that surrendered.
Corporal, Sergeant Bixby from 2nd Squad was killed this morning in the drop. Private,
Friar, sir.
Fryer here was with him. I was told the Krauts have a makeshift Kraut aid station in the church in St. Martin. Bring all the bandages and plasma you can find. We need it now, Corporal. These men can't wait.
Hot sock. Save my friends.
Paddock! Rally on me!
Go!
Got it! Get over here! Move! Fast!
Oh crap.
Roger that!
Was war da? Die Amis!
Verstanden!
More crowd!
Kill him!
Down, Red! Here we go! Fire!
Hurry up! Over there!
Go, fellas! On it!
Go!
Oh no.
Double time! Got it!
No
You're
more
taking
taking
some
stuff!
fire, and I'm empty! Firing! Covering fire! My bastards are pinned down! Covering fire! Covering fire! Taking fire! They're scared shitless!
Wir liegen unter Beschuss! Die Amis fallen uns an! Ich hab sie!
Take cover there!
Roger that!
Okay.
Move now!
Let's move! On it!
Crap.
Drill him!
They brought some friends! I can't hit him!
Move! Fast!
Double time! Roger that! A few more under some fire here!
I need
I
you
have a
over
bad feeling about
there!
this area right here.
Go!
Got it! I'm taking some fire here!
Sofort, der Feldwebel!
Okay, 709th Infantry Division. Okay. There's 3 units. Great, okay.
Get the hell over there!
Anderen Seite!
Get down! They're still coming!
Take those bastards
Take
out!
down those Red, he's down! Here we go!
Get cover there!
On it! Go, fellas!
Double
We're out
time!
in the open here, Red! Got it! Reload
Fire!
here! Brought some friends!
Drill him! No mercy for these bastards!
I can't get a shot there! Here we go!
Damn. Am I not hitting him?
Target them!
Crap.
Move! Fast!
Get a shot there! Roger that! Red! Get out of the way!
Get cover there!
Double time!
Drill them!
Fire on that! Got it! What was that? Hit it! Covering fire! Covering fire! There's no way, Red!
Well, he's dead!
He's
Set
out!
up there!
Let's move! On it! I'm taking some fire here!
Fire!
Fire! Another asshole! Here we go!
Ooh,
Cease fire!
that's
There's
close.
no
Okay.
more! Hey! Save some for the rest of us!
Squad! Rally on me!
Roger that!
Go!
Got it! We're out in the open here, Red! Shit! They're still
Suppressing
coming!
fire!
Firing! Covering fire! What was that? Pressure's on!
Die Amis fallen uns in die Flanke! Hat erwischt!
Take cover there!
I'm taking some fire! More Germans!
Heavy base of fire! There! Now!
Can't hit him! Covering fire!
Damn, I really wish I had a grenade right now.
Covering fire! Firing! Let's get on their flank! Got another!
Suppress!
Covering fire!
Give them hell!
We're charging.
On it! I'm hit! Fire!
Okay.
Go!
Go, fellas! Roger that! Red! Get down! Taking fire!
Hurry up! Over there!
Let's move!
Take cover there!
Go, fellas! Got it! A few more! Shit! They're still coming! I think I hit him! Firing! Take down those crowds!
Get the hell over there!
Let's move! Roger that!
Get behind me!
You heard him? Let's go! On it! What was that?
Quick! Go!
Go, fellas! Grenade! Roger that!
We gotta clear out this MG
More
nest.
Germans!
Go! Over there!
Move! A few more! Taking fire!
Focus your fire there!
Fire on them! Covering fire! Covering fire! Repeat! Press! Covering fire!
Keep up the fire! Move your asses!
I think we should get on their flank, Red! They're coming back!
Move there!
Let's move!
Get cover there!
Go, fellas!
I need suppressing
Pour it on
fire!
there!
Move
Can't
your
hit it!
asses!
Double time!
Set up there!
Go, fellas!
Double
Okay, some
time!
higher ground.
Double
Okay, this is gonna be
time!
good.
Fire here! Roger that!
Suppress!
Take down those clouds! They're shitting quick! Fire, Dad! Covering fire! Another down! No more of them!
All right, squad, get over here.
On it!
Hurry up, over there!
Fellas! Got it!
Those are Navy guns! Our boys must be landing soon! Brace yourself, Red, and pray those sailors can aim! That shelling is gonna push a hell of a lot of krauts this way. I'll stick with you, Corporal.
Let's move!
And the church. And the MG42, where is it?
Hit him hard!
Can't hit him! Covering fire! There's no way, Red! Red! Get down! Cease fire!
Crap, okay.
No more!
Squad, fall in!
This isn't
Taking
looking
fire!
good! Still
All
coming!
right.
I need you over there!
Roger that! Got it, Red!
I'm under some fire here!
Quick, go!
Taking fire! More crowds! Red, get down, man!
Keep up the fire!
Try to get on that flank, Red! We're out in the open here, Red! I killed that one!
Fire!
I can't hit him! Covering fire!
Let's go!
Roger that! Got it, Red! I'm under some
Face of
fire!
fire!
Take down those crowds! Pressure's on! Here we go! Get Red, he's down! Fella. Firing! The bastards are pinned down! No more of them!
Move!
Let's keep it up, guys! Fire!
Quick, go!
Get down! All right, we brought some friends!
Suppress!
Took down another! Can't hit it! Covering down! Firing! There's surprise! I can't hit it! He's down, Red! A few more!
Shift! Fire! Move!
Double time! Here we go! Roger that! Oh,
Take
God!
those bastards out!
What's that? Going on there! Covering fire! Here we go! Bricks! Covering fire! Firing! Covering fire! Covering
guys in good cover.
Flank him!
Target them! Move your asses!
Let's move! On it! Roger that!
Fire! Now!
Take down those crowds! I can't hit them! Covering fire!
Ooh.
Cease fire! There's no more!
Okay. Oh. We held the church.
I ain't giving up the other bastard!
Red! Cassidy sent 3 of us down here to help secure the area. That shelling gave us quite a scare.
Looks like he already secured it.
Yeah, I see that. Well, the Colonel also sends word that Mac is on the road to Exit 4. We'll bring the supplies back, Red. You go on ahead.
So you didn't tell Sergeant Baker any of this when you linked up with him? Why not?
I told him I had a rough morning.
Why didn't you report all of this to him?
He had this look on his face when I caught up with him. Like anything I said would topple him. It wasn't the Baker any of us remembered.
Unless, of course, they
Well, it's
find
like it.
us. Is that Red?
Okay. The medal has been awarded. Silver Star. Okay. Perfect victory. You accomplished your mission and your decisions prevented casualties. You are commended. Nice. Okay, guys, so I think we will probably wrap this up here. We did the first 2 missions. I think this will be a perfect time to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.